It is my honor and privilege to welcome you to a BW Business World interaction with Mr. Deepak Sahni. Mr. Deepak Sahni is the CEO and founder of Healthians, India's largest doorstep health test provider, trusted by over 8 lakh households. He has represented India in the Medical Tourism Congress in the US for 3 consecutive years. Welcome, sir.
Specifically, if you look at, I think a lot of focus is going to be on a healthcare for another 5-10 years, and that's a foundation stone. I think this budget is very, very important, specifically from all the industry standpoint. I'll speak more from diagnostics, which is the very, very important part after COVID. And specifically in diagnostics, there are 2 agendas. We have a high dependency on imports today, and a lot of equipments that we use is basically coming from abroad. So either we need to look at the duties of these particular things, specifically bringing the cost down, or we have to obviously encourage a lot of internal manufacturing. A lot of these international players should be given a free way to India to start their manufacturing plants, so that we can at least have one sourcing of a local equipment. This will be actually reducing the turnaround time, and I can specifically tell a lot of equipment this time has taken around 60 days to 90 days to about 120 days to come up from abroad when they have been ordered. And a lot of them has been ordered at this point of time because there was a scarcity of a lot of equipments. Second, I think on a preventive healthcare side, we have a 5,000 rupees rebate, which is like going from years, right? And if you really know the cost of living, the cost of family and the cost of healthcare is going up, we are not encouraging preventive healthcare as the thing. And COVID has realized that probably that's the way to go forward, because comorbidities is the key. And people had issues with comorbidities, the maximum. So I think that 5,000 limit is really, really less. If you want to get tested for 4 of your family members, at least 2 parents and 2 younger children's, I think you should at least need 20,000 rupees. So I think that scale for 5,000 rupees rebate should be increased to about 20 to 25,000, encouraging people to get their family tested at least once a year. And during the year, and there has to be a lot of awareness around how to utilize this amount, and then probably use this either through corporates. The company should automatically deduct this and provide health checkups and stuff like that should happen, so that this can be encouraged more. I think these will be 2, or apart from obviously if the finance minister can take call on GST this year, then again healthcare does not. So if you take any kind of healthcare services like hospitals, diagnostics, anything, as a consumer or as a patient, you don't pay any GST. But whatever a healthcare company purchases has a GST on it, which is ranging from 12% to about 28%. This includes any kind of marketing services or consumable or equipments or anything that we are buying. So at least that cost is getting added to a healthcare cost, which finally a patient has to bear. So, and we don't get any reverse inputs of that, so that it can actually get input and output benefits. So it's better that either we reduce this particular amount, or either we make it nil for healthcare at least. And I think that will drastically bring the cost down for a lot of things. So I think these are the primary expectations from the budget.
Excellent, sir. So the vaccination, the COVID-19 vaccination is out. What is your take on that?
I think, we are still to bring a lot of confidence in people. I think there is a mixed view in the market. A lot of people are waiting for it and want to get the vaccine done, so that they are really, really assured of. The people who have never had COVID, they are the ones who want to really get the vaccination done, so that they are completely free of COVID. At the same time, people who had COVID, they are just waiting because there are a lot of news around the world about the success of the vaccines. And as we know, the negative news spreads more faster. So people have apprehension, is what I understand. And a lot of people are trying to wait. So everybody's saying, let's wait for 6 months, 7 months and kind of stuff. So I think a lot of awareness, a lot of data has to go in. And that data has to be transparent and public for people to understand. Like we had a COVID data of worldwide statistics, we should have a vaccination data. We should know what are the side effects coming in, how many percentage of people have been having no side effects versus side effects. And we should have a large database which is transparent for people to have that confidence to get a vaccine. Before that, I think the adoption will be a little lesser, and the challenge would be the trust that people can make on it. While we have been successful in getting it, and India has done a great job over it, and I think another big thing that they have to do is to spread an awareness, make sure that it reaches to the end tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 villages and all that stuff, and also maintain the temperature and have that specificity that they have been claiming. So I think it's a good signal, good start of the year, but a lot of work to be done.
Okay, so just my last question. During the lockdown and unlockdown phases, Healthians has supported to do COVID checks at the doorstep. Could you please elaborate on that? Because you all have been very supportive of people, and just a little bit on that, sir.
Sure. See, Healthians has always been a home healthcare company. We've actually disrupted the model of a B2B and say that we'll go at home rather than patient coming out to the collection centers way back in 2014. And when COVID hit, we knew that we have one of the largest team of people who goes at home and collect samples. And we wanted to, obviously, during the lockdown, we wanted to utilize these people for the government. And we offered it to the government, stating that if our people are trained and if you want to use it for anything, we'll be more than happy to give you those, because they are really, really well-trained people and they can go at home. And we have got some contacts. We opened drive-through centers. We started home sample collections on secured vans at the doorstep of people, at the offices, at the basements, at the buildings, at the parking areas and stuff like that, so that it could be doorstep. And then we introduced a new technology, which we call it as fly in, fly out, which probably wherein we were going inside the home and collecting the samples. We collected the samples from the doorstep, even if it was a blood sample or a COVID samples. So a lot of initiatives were taken to collect a lot of samples. I know alone in Faridabad, we have helped to collect around 1.5 lakh samples through our different kind of teams and different kind of services. In Gurgaon also, we collected around, I think the first 3 months, we collected around 15,000 samples, and it's been continuously going. So we still help a lot of labs and a lot of companies to partner with us and utilize our services. And we do sample collections from home, from doorstep, and maybe also in the buildings and RWAs in complexes and stuff like that. See, we are a little bit relaxed on thinking that COVID is over, which is in a positive way is a good sign. But we have to be more alertive. We have been seeing the waves are coming in, and we also always been an opposite to a wave of international cycle. And wherever there are the numbers, there is increasing, ours is decreasing. But we have seen they come back and they increase also. So it's not yet over, and I think we have to really, really take care of it. And the big lesson this time is that whatever happens, whatever said and done, we have to really be away from the lifestyle diseases. We have to actually adopt a wellness and a preventive healthcare plan. We have to really keep our body strong, and we can fight from any viruses. And this is not the last one, and this won't be a last one also. So it's better that we really, really learn from it, and whatever hygiene, whatever safe hands, whatever mask things that we have learned from this COVID, we should continue and have a hygienic adopt hygienic things going forward.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, we're very grateful that you took out time for this, and it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you.